So we moved all that into
Don't hold back, daughter. Just say
a big lad, isn't it? Eh? So this is daughter's first stab at making some changes.
well, it's Björn's stab really, so I shouldn't take the credit. But one of the things that that Björn did, and rightly so, like the site was really narrow and small, so you saw not very much. And you certainly didn't see the shopping one, so this is imagining we've rolled it all into one, made it a little bit wider, you can see more things, and kind of make it a little bit more, again, look at the big players.
Malk. I don't know that, surely.
And again, integrate it with the rest of your business. If your purchasing has got a great opportunity to buy something that you can turn around quickly, put some special offers on, again, strong linear path, cross-sell, upsell. People might have come to buy a ladder and they were so excited they found a ladder on there. But if you showed them other things, they might buy that as well.
I think the point to make out is that the figures that I've quoted to you, that's based on actual physically, like orders online, no contact with Hallfast staff. Like, most of our business is not like that. Most of our business is people have found us on the web, phoned us up and called us. And we've got hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of business like that, and we're doing that many things wrong.
What's a cross sell? Yeah, if you're looking at a ladder, what would be a cross sell? Whoa, a screw?
A bucket.
Yeah, something more associated with it. A paint pot that hangs off it, a helmet,
Different kinds of helmets,
safety gear. Yeah, so that would be a cross sell. So it's natural that somebody wants that might want those things. What's an upsell then? Bigger ladder. Bigger ladder. Yeah. Cheapy step ladder up to really nice. Yeah.
Scaffolding tower.
But do you do that with your offering? Hello.
We need to have a DIY disasters page.
DIY disasters.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Top 10 people killed by fashion.
Just a picture of
Yeah.
Got them out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, good. Okay, so excellent. We got disasters. Case studies. Yeah. Case studies.
Yeah, and these are some of the things that we did do and did look at, like do related products. These customer feedback, there isn't really much going on there.
We ain't got any customers, daughter. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
But even if you have got customers, it's impossible to populate 30,000 products.
Yeah, and now is what we were saying, in fact.
48,000.
But you can still get them to do feedback on your service. So people could say, oh, excellent service, really fast delivery, or, you know, really helpful on the phone. It doesn't have to be specifically about this one.
Okay, so let's draw some conclusions from this one as well then. Yes. Steve Heath, we're welcoming.
I think the amount of products that you've got is, you know, what you've got. You've already done this because I can tell, but it's like you've got a bucket with a load of holes in, and you've just got to plug them up. And it's like it sounds like you're doing exactly what you need
all of this, right? For the last event that we did in this one, it was about little simple things put in place consistently can make big differences. Daughter proved that. That's why she's here, and that's why with these websites, we want to do a series of simple things. Basic changes and observe what happens.
Including the first word of the slide.
Tweaks.
Yeah. So Mark's one of the people who was taking part in eChampions, and we want a lot of other people like Mark who want to go through that growth curve as well, that are serious about it, are going to resource it insofar as they are going to be consistent over tweaking things when we help you identify.
A complete rewrite because you've just gone so far down one channel, you've got to come all the way back and start again. Whereas we are now thinking, well, this is a real opportunity to go to market with a new tool which we've sort of bizarrely been ignoring for the past 6 or 7 years. And there's a lot of things you can do without, as Mark said, having to spend stupendous amounts of money.
Whilst these guys are going to put some food together, let's spend a couple of minutes. This is Mark Trio Johnson from Toast. This is his website, and again we've had a look at tweaking this. He's been on the Getting the Started session. We've had 2 or 3 hours together looking at basic changes to his website that will hopefully make some kind of bigger difference.
And Trio came in for his Getting Started session, and he did exactly what everybody should do. He brought one of his big competition with him, and we looked at what they do and how can we pinch some of their good elements to put on the site. And what they all do is they've got all these calls to actions everywhere. There's request a quote, which is kind of what you guys need because your site is not converting. I asked, how many orders do you get? How many inquiries do you get? And Trio was like, none, like online. So I was left with this blank evaluation at the end of it all. But the competition is doing really well. So that's kind of what we did on here. Put some case studies on, some call to actions on there. Maybe, like, true, it's got some really good stats on things, and you're saying, yeah, but we do this, and you think, well, you need to tell people. So again, just small tweaks within his current site.
So we've got a kind of before and after. That's where that's.
I mean, that's ironically, I dug out some old stuff that we did 4 or 5 years ago, and stuff we kind of dismissed as being like a little too tacky. And it's all this kind of stuff.
And that's the.
I look at it, it's word for word.
Okay, do you get from that what they do? Is that any better?
No. Yeah, if you just move that wind turbine over to the right, though.
You can read stuff.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some video on there of Mark talking about the business, just a minute, 2 minutes about what you do, getting some personality across on there. What else have we got? Requested quote, more specific, emphatic figures. A larger strapline going here about what TORS is and why it exists and what it can do for your business. What else are we going to be putting in there?
We added these as well because on the old site it was very, very hard to find out what they do, and we looked at the competition and they've got these and everybody will recognize these instantly. They're really big brands and they're really good to be associated with. So if your company has got anything like that, that will instantly make people recognize what you are. Just use it. Always use it.
Right, so let's bring this to a conclusion now. We've looked at 3 examples. One was an energy company, with, which is Mark, who's taking place. We've looked at Kez's business, which is a travel one. Bespoke, higher value holiday packages.
It's the banned word. It's the banned word.
Yes, absolutely. And the first example was?
Travel.
Second example.
Second example was hold fast.
Yeah, so 3 very different sectors. What you've got to do is we'll put these online as PDFs and part of the PowerPoints and whatnot, and you'll be able to see. But you need to sort of draw the conclusions, but also look at what Daughter did with her website as well, because it's not. There's an art, there's a science to it. It's not kind of just guesswork. You're looking to make it more explicit what you do, more linear paths so people can see where to go, more emphatic, explicit statements, calls to action, some sense of transparency of the personalities behind it with some video, case studies, interactivity, or some suggestion that there's interactivity even if there isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to add to that?
Kez said, because I had a lot of my calls to actions on Kez's website was request a brochure, and Kez is saying, I don't want to produce a brochure, I don't want to print it, I don't want to pay for it, and that's absolutely fine, and you don't have to. Use it to draw people in, send them a PDF, it's free to produce, it's free to send to them, but it still draws in, starts a conversation, gets to details.
Lovely, and the summary very quickly we had from is Matt, wasn't it? Matt? Yeah. That's right. Matt's suggestion was this idea of interactivity. Can you build some interactivity? Can you build a product on the website? Is it possible to make a formula out of it? That was one. Paul's, a couple of points from you, just to recap.
Price shouldn't really be the issue, was kind of, yeah.
Upsells.
Yeah.
Upsells, cross-sells, and this issue of do you put prices on or what? Period. Yeah. Okay, so some of the sort of existing systems that are out there, Google Products, Google Merchant Center.
That's one of our biggest areas for growth.
Yeah, your eBay type environments, yeah.
On Google Products, you get most of orders from them.
And they stay straight up from our university.
Well, there you go, John, that might be something to have a look. Because John is selling a lot on eBay.
Be explicit about what you do.
Products is huge.
All fast is considered a dealer area.
Yeah, you have a little tip.
For items to tradesmen.
I don't like going to
So tradesman specific area, Joyce.
Is there any change in structure
Of the site?
text?
No, I've kept all the text. I haven't touched anything that will ruin the SEO on these sites. They are very just small tweaks.
So you've got your headings and your...
Yeah, same as always.
Everything tonight has been about layout and flow.
Yeah.
A lot of our information sounding slightly defensive. Some of the facts and figures are all in the site, but you have to go and look hard to find them.
Yeah.
And all Doctor just pull them all out and put them on the front page where people go and look.